What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to, I think this is Big Zoe TV. Um, pretty sure. Pretty sure. Anyways, the link will be in the description just if y'all want to make sure. But it's Baka was ready to fire back at Kendrick, but Drake shut it down. You know what? This is the first time I'm gonna say in a while that Drake actually this good of you. Because this was a terrible idea for your friend. Because Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? I would have been stupid. What was he gonna say? He has literally a documented. We've seen the case. SOs on OVO that he keep on a monthly allowance. What did he think he was gonna do? I'm very interested. We about to see. Let's get into it.
Name us a million cause I want a million to stack.
What is all of that?
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We back in the building, man. Listen, today, y'all already know what it is. We're going to talk about Baka Not Nice, man. Baka Not Nice, if you don't know
That look like Jeezy. Who the fuck?
Baka is one of Drake's right-hand guys,
Mm.
whatever you want to call it. We know him as an artist, one of Drake's artists, but a lot of people may know him from...
And Baka got a weird case. Why is he around?
And the question that everybody got is, why is he still around? I'm hoping to attempt to answer the question of why Baka
Why
is
you
still
trolling like a
around.
bitch?
So
Ain't
let's
you
talk about it.
tired?
But first place, right? And all it stems from first time of him speaking on Not Like Us. Baka's just not been saying anything. He just had nothing to say. And listen, it's cool, man. Sometimes the best move is nothing at all. But let's try to understand who Baka is and how he fits into this whole OVO situation and why eventually you might be wondering,
Why is he around?
or maybe not. Let's get into it. Now, again, like I said, this stems from the interview that he did. Before we get into that part, let's talk about what Baka was charged with and what's the weird case that Kendrick is even talking about. Now, if you don't know, Baka served 13 years in prison.
What I went to prison for was not something that I did. I
That's
basically went to
Jeezy.
prison for my friend because I got 13 and a half years because I didn't snitch. I ended up winning my appeal after I think it was 8 years or so.
He served 13 years in prison. He talks about how they actually met. So let's take a look at that.
The rapper Preem from Toronto, he was doing a video that day. Cops shut down the video shoot. So we needed another place that was like hoodish, like a neighborhood where we could complete the video. So that's where my neighborhood came in, which is Pitfield. It just so happens that Drake had a scene in the video. That scene was in my neighborhood, and that's how I got to meet him. And from that day, we've never left each other's side.
So basically, they came to shoot a video in his hood. They had a cameo with Drake, and Drake was in the video, and then that's where he met Baka, and then they were inseparable ever since. Aww. Very nice story. Here's what I will say. I think that says a lot. Coming back and with top 5, right? Drake got this thing for like finding people straight out of prison and just being like, yo, yeah, I need that person on my side. I'm all for opportunities, right? Whether you from
Isn't top 5 back in jail? I'm pretty sure.
trenches because you active in the field all day or you got front row seats to that motherfucker. It don't matter. Opportunities is the shit that separates a lot of us from other shit, right? I got homies that I grew up with on some knucklehead shit. We started out on the same shit, but we took 2 completely different paths, right? At some point, there's like that fork in the road where you either go this way or you go that way. You feel me? It just comes down to like the opportunities that you're given. Anybody who got a success story of being in the trenches, being in the streets, being in poverty, whatever it is, if you got a story to where you took the initiative and you decided to go the other route, I commend you for that. And even for the people that's still in it, you feel me? Sometimes you just don't get the opportunities to do otherwise because at the end of the day, everybody got to eat, right? So I say that to just say, like, I do commend the fact that he took somebody off the streets, right?
It's crazy. It was just real, recognized real.
Debatable.
We spoke. I'm sure he asked people about like, who's that guy? He saw my flex. I'm sure he asked people about like, who's that guy? He saw my flex. And it was just like, yeah, I gotta have that guy with me.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what the?
Okay.
And it's just like the chemistry. I don't know. We got a good chemistry together.
That's basically him talking about how he met Drake. And he obviously credits Drake for changing his life. And listen, as he should. Like, if somebody changes your life for the better, like, you should be crediting that person, man, because like he said, like, he could be in the streets, like, as an alternative, but he's crediting Drake for, changing his life. And I respect that. I respect that. Aside from the other shit, like everything else, like I respect that. That's what you gotta do when somebody changes your life. You can't sit here and not expect him to have some type of loyalty, and for him to be sitting here and saying that, oh, Drake's the best, Drake's the greatest. Of course, he gonna say that. That's what you're supposed to say about somebody that changes your life, right? Now, that brings us to Baka and Not Like Us, right?
Why is he around?
Now, we all know Baka had one single that kind of it went gold, and it was what was it? My Name, whatever it's called. Y'all can
Play
let
it.
me know in the comments. I forgot what it was called. But that is a track where it's a well-known fact that Drake assisted in that track when it comes to writing or whatever the case may be.
I drink honey when I shoot my pistol at the range. That way when I'm tipsy, I
Like, listen, I was at first I was like, who done AI some some monster face onto this man? And y'all dead wrong, but listen, bro.
Well-known fact that Drake assisted in that track when it comes to writing or whatever the case may be.
I drink honey when I shoot my pistol at the range. That way when I'm tipsy, I still know I got my aim.
Obviously, this is Drake's artist that he was pushing at this time, right? After that track, that's kind of how people started to know who Baka Not Nice is. And aside from serving these 13 years, he has another case. And this is the case that we all have heard of. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? So before we go into the case, let's hear what he had to say about Kendrick.
At first, my first initial thing was to respond and respond quickly, very efficiently, and very to the point.
Very directly.
Yeah, and
The fuck does that mean, nigga? All right, look, man, I get it. You wanted to respond immediately. But when you start adding efficiently, effectively, expeditiously, serendipity,
He was just looking for a bunch of adjectives.
that, bro, we not hearing all that shit, man. Out of here with that shit, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, dog.
Wait, hold on. I just gotta see something one more time.
I drink honey when I shoot my pistol at the range. That way when I'm tipsy, I still know I got my aim.
Obviously, this is Drake's artist that he was pushing at this time, right? After that, we ain't trying to hear all that shit, nigga.
Oh my God.
That, bro, we not hearing all that shit, man. Out of here with that shit, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. All due respect. Actually, nah, bro. Fuck all that. Nobody was trying to hear what you had to say with that one.
Oh God, I was about to say who was like. Well, I wonder what Baka gonna say. People wanted to know what Drake was gonna say, and I guess maybe possibly what Party was gonna say. But I know no one in the history of anybody living on Earth, breathing, species, said, "Oh, what is Baka gonna say?"
To say what you wanted to say just because.
No.
So if he would have came out with a diss, it probably would have been one of those disses that just came and went. Now, that's honestly my opinion, but we all know that there's alternative shit that happens out here that we can't determine. But who knows? What if he did come out with a track and Drake was like, yo, I'm just gonna let my people fight my battle? How y'all think that would have went over? I didn't do enough research as far as like listening to his music. That's the one piece I didn't do. And I'm not gonna do it.
No.
Sorry, I'm just not, man. I'm not gonna listen to his music. I don't know what even a Baka response would sound like if we keeping it real. Just keep it in bed. I don't know what it would sound like, but hey, I don't know.
like it started brewing in me because where I come from, like that shit doesn't happen. Like you can't just call out a man and not have paperwork to back up your talks. Like that is
Did we not all see the
ludicrous.
paperwork?
And then
So the paperwork talk is null and void. Like it's null and void at this point because everybody wants to hide behind this. You gotta have the paperwork. You gotta, bruh. At the end of the day, bruh, this was.
He just said where he come from. Doesn't Drake come from where you come from, the Connecticut country? And he didn't have paperwork for most of the things he said. In fact, he lied about most of it. This is what that starts pissing me off is because they don't be making sense overall. They make sense for one side, but then they try to like hide their shit. Like the paper, there was no paperwork for anything that man said. Other than Mr. Morale and the big, he listened to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers and got all his information. That's what he did. That was the worst move. The worst move. And then some he made some shit up.
A rap beef, brother. It was a rap battle. Kendrick had already said that if you take it there, I'm taking it further. So he
That's
took
something
it
you don't
further
want to
and
do.
he just said what people was already rumbling about. Like it's not like none of this shit wasn't a discussion before. Like obviously
Hey y'all, we're gonna take a break. I'm about to look something up.
Baka Not Nice, a member of Drake's entourage, was sentenced to 6 months in jail for assaulting a woman. That was in 2015. This man. Mm. How old is he? Just a question. Just a question. Listen, why he didn't mention this? That he started out as bro bodyguard. Whatever. Okay, he got charged with assault. That's which also wouldn't make fun. I mean, wouldn't make sense for Drake to say what he said in Family Matters if you literally are hanging like Baka said, y'all was attached at the hip to somebody charged with assault. But okay.
this scale, but when you have like a megaphone like Kendrick pushing out that message, of course this shit is gonna catch on and people gonna start looking into the shit. So when the nigga said you had a weird case, guess what they did? They looked
Look
into
it
the shit
up.
and you definitely do.
Yes.
Now
Facts.
all the other stuff you want, like I don't know if they wanted like him to say, I heard you like him young, and they had to be paperwork that said, hey, RB, he likes him young. Here's the
Yeah, there's proof. There's literal visual proof, but it's video, visual, all types of proof throughout the years, multiple times.
we documented his preference. Bro, nobody needed that. It was just, everything that people basically saw for themselves. Like all the little situations, all the little things happening. Like there was a lot of different situations that didn't make it hard for people to come to that conclusion. So all this paperwork stuff is kind of just deflection. And it's just something to try to make it seem like it's not credible, but we see right through that shit, my nigga.
Then like to see like a whole nation behind it and celebrating it like it's a true story is unbelievable because everybody has to understand like I have a kid, Drake has a kid, you know what I mean? So like making accusations like that are like ridiculous and out of this world.
Why? Because y'all got kids? How is that even like I don't understand. Cause listen, man, when I be seeing these pred catches and all these, they
Kids be the same age. Kids be older than the mofos. That shit is sad. Got daughters. Which only makes you think, like, what are you doing? I watch Gideon's shit where he be catching the mofos. And I just be like disgusted because some of them are like deranged, but some of them are like kind of normal looking people. Other people is like not shocked. But some of them are like really normal lives, successful lives and everything, and they risking it all for, you know what,
having whole families, bruh. Whole entire families. So I don't know what having a kid got
wives,
to do with anything,
all
but I
types
get
of
it.
shit.
We got to find the angles. Carry on, brother.
I was building up a lot of anger and stuff like that, but then I got a call, and I don't know why I got this call. It's like God said something to him or something. But the boy, sorry, it might not have been a call. It might have been a text message. But he messaged me, and he's like, "Yo, I know what you're feeling. I know you as an individual, and I know how you get down. But I'm just letting you know, like, don't listen to the noise because it's noise. And
Yo, how funny is it Drake giving people advice he should have followed himself? Oh my God. This is literally advice he should have just followed himself. Don't listen to the noise. Like, it's funny, like, people that give advice for shit that they wouldn't do in their own lives. That's
That's
insanely.
most people. If we're being real, most people give out bomb advice or good. No, I'm not. Let's rewind. Let's rewind because that shit's not true. But what I'll say is most people give advice about things and have such strong opinions about things and will judge other people for the same shit that they be doing. That's what I'll say. Okay, because a lot of people give terrible advice, actually. I think I give out great advice. I'll say 75% I follow, the other 25, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping better for you. Okay, I'm telling you from experience, and I don't want you to experience what I've experienced on that path. So understand. You feel me? Still navigating that path, still figuring out, but I see it clear. But my emotions won't allow whatever.
That are saying things or having anything to say, they're not even actual real people. They're like bots. So
Exactly.
like
I'm so sick of the bot argument. We're real. We're all real. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Why the fuck is he around? Well, I know. I think I know. It's because all y'all are weird. They not like us. They not like us.
don't
Here
let that
come the
shit
bot
bother you,
thing
bro.
again.
Like, and you know what? Like, I mean, it's not a good thing, but they're calling your name. You know what I mean?
I think there was
He's actually insane. 2 million views. What did the comments say? I need to know.
a lot of people screaming out, Baka got a weird case.
I mean, they're calling your
it
name.
wasn't it wasn't bots, my nigga. These were real people. I hate this new thing where like people just dismiss everything as bots. Yo, they said I got a weird case. Don't listen to the noise.
He's
It's just bots.
46, so
Bro, you
maybe he
got a
really
weird case.
confused.
What the fuck? Who booked you? The bots? What are we talking about, man? It's like, yo, we got into a place where like everybody want to say the bots, the bots. Oh my gosh, the bots. Imagine getting a ticket from a cop. You try to get off the ticket, like, listen, man, them other cars, they just bots, my nigga. They wasn't driving for real. Let me go, dog. Come on, man.
And at the end of the day, you know, they're gonna get over this crap because
Yeah.
they're gonna realize there's this crap, and then they're gonna go do their own research. And when you do your own research, you're gonna be like, wow, this guy made up a whole story about something that isn't even true. And you
Um, I mean, I just did my research. I've done my research already, so I already knew that he had some like. I mean, I guess you can call it what you want to call it, but and you can say, well, it's not as bad as it sounds. I don't care. It's weird. Okay, the whole thing with like forcing a girl to what you can't force people to do anything. And anyways, I'm not gonna get too much into that. We just saw we we saw it. Is he gaslighting me? I
Didn't
think the
do their
whole Drake
research,
OVO
bro. Right
mofos
after
are
they heard
disconnected.
Baka got a
They
weird.
don't know what's going on. They think everything is peaches and motherfucking cream. The peaches and the cream sweet potato pie. That's what they think. I'm not really understanding. I don't know where they're getting their information from, but like, I want to be in delusion. I feel like life's better that way. Or where
What do you
Kate's
think
why
they
is he
did with that
around?
information? They researched. And guess what came up?
Kylie didn't even have her body done yet. Didn't Kylie get her shit done before she was 18? Listen to me.
Come on, man. What are we talking about anymore, man? These people just be talking just to talk. I'm just, man, this is wild. Try to keep it real, man. Let's not do all this other shit, man. This shit is getting crazy.
but I want to say one thing to America, and y'all need to like
Oh my gosh, this nigga got a message for America. Oh shit, here we go.
get
We are
yourself
going through enough. We don't need your message. Okay? We're fighting for our lives. Every day, it's something new.
Man, what are we talking about anymore, man? These people just be talking just to talk. I'm just, man, this is wild. Try to keep it real, man. Let's not do all this other shit, man. This shit is getting crazy.
But I want to say one thing to America, and y'all need to like
Oh my gosh, this nigga got a message for America. Oh shit, here we go.
get yourself together because yo, making accusations on people, serious accusations like that, you need to have paperwork. That is the rule, like number one rule that everybody goes by. So don't switch up. That's all I'm gonna say.
But Drake can do it, is what he left out. Drake can do it, though. Yeah. And the paperwork that you're seeing, he said we're all bots, okay? The people that are saying we're bots, the paperwork that we're seeing, he's going to also say is fake. It's AI, okay? All right? You don't have to corrupt the minds. You don't have to freak out the minds of the normal.
Boy, if you don't
What the fuck, man? Yo, what the man? Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. I see what he trying to say. I see the angle he trying to go at. You gotta have paperwork before you make certain accusations. I get it, but bro, this was a rap battle. I don't think he understands. Like in a rap battle, like this ain't no fucking rules to this shit, bro. Like I'm gonna say some shit based off of what the fuck I see. Like I don't know what they expected out of this. Like if your man's is moving out here funny, of course people gonna say some shit. And people are gonna do their own research. And that's what they ultimately did. And that's why people were singing this shit and saying this shit. People have eyes, bro. They can see. Like we all seen the same thing. This is the reason
No,
why
we're
people
bots.
sing,
You have
he
to
got a
remember
weird case.
that.
Why is he around with so much conviction? Because, bro,
Certified
you
lover
do. So
boy,
let's get into
certified.
that, man, real quick. So what was Baka Not Nice charged with? What is the weird case that Kendrick is talking about? So it says in 2014, Baka Not Nice was arrested for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution. The following year in Toronto Sun, he pleaded guilty to assaulting the woman and
Pimping her out.
to comply with conditions for unrelated firearm charge. The procuring for prosecution and human trafficking charges against him were dropped because the woman refused to testify. So there is a weird case, and the woman refused to testify. And for whatever reasons, we don't know. But y'all can put y'all own two shit together, bro. According to authorities, the victim got into an argument with Baka when she found him passed out, drunk as food burned in the oven. She told him off for falling asleep with the food cooking, and allegedly he pushed her to the floor. The woman allegedly worked as an escort and was reportedly in a relationship with him at the time of the incident. So now it says, did Baka serve time in prison? So Baka was sentenced to 6 months in prison following his guilty plea, but he avoided further time behind bars because he already spent 10 months in custody following his 2014 arrest. So basically, the weird part is the fact that he assaulted her. So that's what makes this case weird, right? So upon his release in 2015, Drake celebrated the news in a since deleted Instagram post. Something's in the air today. A lot of good things happening at once, but this one means the most. Been waiting for 11 months. Baka finally home. Now, here's some more information about it, right? So it says that he was Drake's former security guard. Let's see who this guy is. So Baka Not Nice was Drake's longtime friend and former bodyguard and always had Drizzy's back. When Houston rapper Sauce Walka took aim at Drake, Baka was quick to step in, firing off some retaliatory shots in a since deleted Instagram post. Still, it shows that Baka's loyalty runs deep and he's willing to step in the middle of business if need be. In June 2014, Drake was working on If You're Reading This Too Late. Baka was arrested on several charges, including human trafficking. While it's difficult to obtain concrete details about the case, Baka was initially accused of allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, assaulting her, and uttering death threats. In 2015, Baka pled guilty of assaulting the undisclosed woman. According to Crown Attorney, the assault went down after the woman came home to discover Baka passed out drunk while fries were burning in the oven. She began this nigga cooking fries. At least he put them in the oven, bro. Okay, healthy Baka, healthy Baka. She began to chastise him, which led to Baka pushing her on the floor where she allegedly cried for an hour. He apologized, but the woman ultimately called police a week later. So, in a sense, this is the weird case. And I guess when you put the title of weird on it, is because it's weird, bro. It's like, it's not enough details. It's just weird. Because it's like, yeah, I wonder what the hell happened there? Like, what's that about? You know, and I feel like that's when you say, yo, you got a weird case. Why is he around?
But anyway, like the whole human trafficking thing is the weird part. But also, when you're going at somebody in Family Matters for assaulting someone and your friends are close with somebody who has literally got time for assaulting someone, that's insane. Doesn't make any sense why you do that. It doesn't. Yeah, this is really random. It doesn't make any sense why he would even like who. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disrespect, bro. But I don't know who would want to hear a Baka response. To be honest, I didn't even know bro made music at all ever in his life. But I think the perfect way to end this video was one specific thing.
Obviously, this is Drake's artist that he was pushing.
Bro, I look crazy. Anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, and I'll see y'all in the next one.